How's it going, everyone? Simon here from CD Revival. Today I'm going to do my next ranking video, which is Steel Panther ranking. Really cool band, glam rock kind of pastiche band if you like, but I think they're really good musicians. Really good. Michael Starr's a really cool singer, and they do like good songs. Very comedic, very offensive, very politically incorrect. Some would say sexist, misogynistic, but it's all done tongue in cheek. But if you're not a fan of that sort of humour, then I guess you won't like the band. Mrs. CD Revival absolutely fucking hates Steel Panther, so take from that what you will. But yeah, I think they're really good. They've done 6 albums. They've gone through a few name changes. I think they started off in the early 2000s, originally called Metal Shop. Then they were called Danger Kitty for a while. Then Metal School for a while. They did an EP called Hole Patrol in 2003. And then I think they changed to Steel Panther around sort of 2007, 2008 when they brought out their first album in 2009. But yeah, super cool band. Michael Starr, lead vocalist. You've got Satchel on guitar, and Lexi Fox was the original bassist, did the first 5 albums, and Stick Sardinia on drums. Satchel, yeah, excellent guitarist. I think he was on one of Halford's Fight albums, maybe War of Words. I think he did guitars for that as well, so he's been around, done some good stuff. But anyway, we're going to rank their albums from 6 to 1, 6 being my least favourite, 1 being my favourite. Yeah, all their albums are good, but the best ones I think are exceptional. But we'll start off with number 6, and this is the album Heavy Metal Rules from 2019. This is their 5th album, and a good album. I think they'd maybe started to slightly run out of ideas at this point, so it's a bit derivative of other albums that they've done, and it seems like quite an angry album in a way, as far as angry as Steel Panther can be. But yeah, still some really good songs on here. Things like I'm Not Your Bitch, I think, is a really good song. Heavy Metal Rules. God's a Pussy is really cool. All I Want to Do Is Fuck Myself Tonight is pretty good as well. Some really good riffs, some really good songs. Let's Get High Tonight, that's good. Sneaky Little Bitch. Also pretty cool. As I say, you're getting a taste of kind of what their songs are vaguely about and the lyrical content, but a decent album. But yeah, definitely my least favourite of theirs, and yeah, it definitely sits at the bottom of the pile for me, although the bottom 2 are sort of, yeah, not too far apart. But Heavy Metal Rules from 2019 is my 5th choice. 6th choice. It's 5th album. This is my 5th choice. This is their 6th album from earlier this year. Came out in February 2023. This is On the Prowl. Really like the cover for this one. This is their first one with Joe Spider Lester on the bass. That's him on the left. And this one, I think they toned it down a little bit. I think it's a little bit less offensive than previous albums. I mean, it has still got tracks like Never Too Late to Get Some Pussy Tonight, Is My Dick Enough, Magical Vagina, that kind of thing. But it's definitely a lot less like over the top offensive than previous albums. Probably to do with, you know, the whole cancel culture of today, and them going on not American Idol, America's Got Talent, I think it is. So they're trying to get a little bit more mainstream, although not super mainstream. But still a good album and a good collection of songs. Things like Friends with Benefits and On Your Instagram, I think, are really good songs. And Porn Star is another really good one as well. Ain't Dead Yet, it's quite a cool ballad as well to finish off. So some good stuff on here. Far from their best, but still a decent, very listenable album. Yeah, enjoyable for sure. So yeah, one of the better albums of 2023 so far. That's my number 5. Number 4, I have got Lower the Bar, and that's from 2017. This is their 4th album. And yeah, this is a bit of a step up from the first two on my list. This has got some really great stuff on here. Mike Nimmer Glasses, Going in the Back Door is one of it's a great opening track, probably one of my favourite tracks of theirs. That's an absolute banger. Poontang Boomerang, I think that's one of the singles, and that's pretty cool. Wrong Side of the Tracks Out in Beverly Hills, that's excellent. Pussy Ain't Free, that's a really, really cool one as well. Wasted Too Much Time, some good stuff. And She's Tight is a cover of the Cheap Trick song, which I think features one of the guys, maybe Rick Nielsen, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's a Cheap Trick song, one of them's on there. And in the video as well, which I think features also Michael Jackson's daughter, I believe, and also Bobby Brown, who was in the Cherry Pie video. So, you know, a bit of trivia there. But yeah, cool album. Most of the tracks on here are pretty damn cool. There's not much drop off. So Lower the Bar from 2017, that's my number 4, and it is their 4th album. This one I need to be a little bit careful with finger placement. This is my number 3, is All You Can Eat from 2014. This is their 3rd album. This is the deluxe edition, so it's got a slightly racier cover, hence the finger placement. Also comes with a bonus DVD. And there's the back, that's not too bad, we can show that. And that's the inside. Yeah, absolute banger this one. Really, really cool album. Pussy Whipped, great opening track again. Party Like Tomorrow's the End of the World. Glory Hole is an absolutely fantastic track with an amazing video. Gang Bang at the Old Folks Home, Burden of Being Wonderful, and yeah, other things. Beautiful When You Don't Talk, that's a really cool track as well. She's on the Rag, classic stuff, quite honestly. Standard Steel Panther stuff, really, really well put together. A little bit more mature than maybe they're musically anyway. Than their first 2 albums, but yeah, superb album, well worth listening to. That's my number 3, is All You Can Eat from 2014, 3rd album. Number 2, I have got their first album, Feel the Steel, from 2009. I think a lot of people would probably have this as their best album. And, you know, fair play to you if you think that. This is their most blatant album, if you like. And it's obviously the first one I listened to. The first track I heard of theirs was Eyes of a Panther, which I heard on Rock Radio, Planet Rock Radio. And to say that's quite an inoffensive track, quite honestly. And that made me want to listen to them because of the general style of the music, sort of the authentic sort of 80s glam sound. And yeah, I thought, you know, being a fan of that style of music anyway, I needed to check it out. And then obviously I realised that they were more comedic, if you like, than they initially sounded. But anyway, superb album. Every track's a banger. The only reason I've got it at number 2 is I think quite a lot of the tracks are fairly derivative of other songs. So, for example, Stripper Girl's very much Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Fat Girl is very much Whitesnake, Here I Go Again sounding. And Party All Day is very Living on a Prayer-esque. That one's got Justin Hawkins sharing vocals on it for In the Darkness. Asian Hooker, that features Scott Ian and Corey Taylor as well. I think Corey Taylor's on some other stuff. Death to All But Metal as well, potentially. Eyes of the Panther, yeah, great song. Eating Ain't Cheating, that's a brilliant track. Really super cool riff to start that one out. Turn Out the Lights is great. Stripper Girl's great. Girl from Oklahoma is great. It's just a really good, very blatantly offensive album, but superb, well worth a listen. If you like the glam style, this is, yeah, if anyone listens to Steel Panther, this is the album I would say to check out first if you're new to them. From 2009, because you really get a feel of what they're all about, and pretty much just screams Steel Panther. That takes us to my number 1 album, which is Balls Out, which is their 2nd album from 2011. This one I think has got a better set of songs, like maturity, like musicianship wise. I think the lyrics are a little bit cleverer and not quite so in your face, although some of them kind of are. Some of them really are. Things like Critter, I don't think would go on an album these days. But yeah, things like just like Tiger Woods, 17 Girls in a Row, If You Really Love Me, It Won't Suck Itself, which features I think Chad Kroeger from Nickelback on not lead vocals, but he shares the vocals. Probably the best thing he's ever done. Why Can't You Trust Me, Gold Digging Whore, That's What Girls Are For, I Like Drugs. Yeah, just Weenie Ride, a brilliant track to finish off as well. This is a really good all-round album. Every track's just an absolute smash. And yeah, very, very enjoyable, really good example of the genre, but with just over the top lyrics, really. So yeah, Balls Out, my number one from 2011. It's their second album, and it's my favourite, I think. So yeah, that's my Steel Panther ranking. If you've not checked out Steel Panther before, so probably advise you to start with their first album and see how you go from there. If you like glam metal and you've not checked them out, then you've really missed out, because they're superb. There's no one really doing it like them these days. Even the old school bands that are still putting stuff out, it's not as good. Production values, everything, just excellent. So if you've heard about them and think they're a bit of a joke band, then definitely give them a listen, because I think you might be pleasantly surprised with how good they actually are. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers that I've had recently. Yeah, it's just helping the channel grow massively. And yeah, we'll be carrying on with a few more S's next time. There's quite a lot of stuff to get through, so hope to catch you next time for that. In the meantime, take it steady. I've got a few new bits as well to show, so might do that on the next video. Not got loads so far, but might get some bits over the weekend, so we'll see how that turns out. But once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take it steady. Cheers.